What is going on YouTube? Hayden here, and in today's episode we are going to be looking at XRP, Solana, as well as Ethereum, Bitcoin, VONG, which is the Russell 1000, and the S&P 500. Guys, I think it is starting here. This is actually pretty nutty. I'm going to slide that over just a hair and zoom in. Look at the major correction that VONG is having right now. Huge landslide to the downside here. We might have an opportunity to buy in very soon, but we can't say at all that this is a surprise by any means. As you can see, we've been pretty much tracking correction for a very long time. No surprises there. But if you look at some of these other cryptocurrencies, we do need to wrap up and look at Solana here, which looks really good. I do think markets are due for what could be a nice bump, a nice reversal, a nice explosion to the upside very soon. So keep your eyes peeled on the markets here. Ethereum also looks pretty good here. We're going to have to make some price adjustments, some technical indicator adjustments across the board for like everything except maybe Bitcoin here, because markets are giving us some new information here, but I really am bullish on these markets. I know short term we might see just a little bit more correction to the downside, but I really do believe we will follow it up with some major runs or swings upwards here. Now, yesterday we covered the fact that it's about to happen here, possible reversal on XRP and some of these other cryptocurrencies, really focusing on Ethereum here. We're going to continue to discuss that, but all in all, I think we look really good and some big things are coming for the markets. Now, the fact that we're even seeing correction right now, and you can see yesterday we talked about here being the bottom and hitting moving average on Ethereum, and then here we are on Ethereum reversing out of it. So, I mean, we're already starting to see an ascent take place here. But with all that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get right into today's episode. So super quick, we look even better than before. 45 on the Fear and Greed Index. This is really wrapping things up and getting the markets ready for a huge kind of rubber band drawstring like reversal pump back to the upside here. The lower we go on the Fear and Greed Index, especially in this market, which I think is bullish, I think the more potential we have at really price swinging and reversing to the upside here. Across the board, though, Bitcoin's down 6, Ethereum 8, XRP 11%, some of these other cryptos 7.6, 11. We're talking about for the week. 24 hours, not really seeing much movement here, but you can see reversal, 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 reversal. Like a lot of these cryptos are starting to kind of consolidate and head lower, which looks really, really, really good if you ask me. Reason being, I guess we could start with XRP here, is a lot of these cryptos are slowly heading downwards, and it looks good. If I make a slight adjustment to this support here, again, we're still well within our indicators here. We're still trading beautifully, and ideally what we're looking for, honestly, this might not have been needed to have been moved here, but you can see we're beautifully filling in a lower high, lower low gap. And sooner than later, we're going to, what I think, reverse and break out, because we are in a beautiful lower high, lower low fractal pattern here. And these typically tend to break bullish. How we enter is typically how we exit. So there's a good chance we will follow up with a major reversal here. Even if we don't, that's the 4 hour. Then you jump to the daily, and there is a massive bull flag formation here, and we're getting very close to moving average, which will again probably exit with a huge pump to the upside. So I am very excited to see the results of this here, because I do believe we're going to experience quite a bit of a reversal in the very near future on XRP. But it's not just XRP that we're looking at here. Almost all the cryptocurrencies, yes, even though we are consolidating, do really look good for swings to the upside here. Check out Solana. We're going to have to just slightly tweak this chart. Let's just pull this up like that. And boom, we're still inside our beautiful descending fractal. Now, yes, we did trend outside this uptrend here. And honestly, I think it's time to scratch that uptrend. Although, even though it kind of does look pretty good, if you ask me, it really does look not too bad. I think we probably broke out of it already here. I really do think that was probably what we were in, and we broke through here, and that was it. Now we're in some sort of descending fractal, and then if we jumped, I mean, there is some sort of bottom support, a very tiny one at that, but a support nonetheless. But either way, I do believe that we look really good, and we are inside also a bull flag formation here as we fill in this gap. If we can breach the major resistance, the downtrend and the moving average, and things align well for us, we should expect to see a pretty sizable reversal outside of here. I know some of the cryptocurrency or some of the cryptos are falling, and we did see quite a bit of a correction here from top at 208 all the way down to 180 on Solana here. And even though the stock market is seeing correction here, I do believe we're going to find our footing very soon and then expect a pop. If we break through this, it's game over. We're going to see a very big run within Solana here. But again, anything can happen. We can continue to consolidate or slide lower before that comes. So certainly keep your eyes peeled on this market because I do believe we are due for some nice reversals fairly soon. We'll do all these trades, obviously, on Bidfi. Bidfi is the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange that I like to use here on the channel. We've been using Bidfi for the past almost half a decade, like 5 years now going on, which is insane. They've been nothing but the best exchange that I have used. They are constantly upgrading. They're constantly listening, constantly, doing things for users to make the platform the best place ever. And I haven't found really an exchange that can compete. There's good ones out there, and we have played around with other exchanges just to see how great they are. And there are good ones. Certainly, having several exchanges allows you to take advantages of bonuses on other exchanges when, let's say, Bidfi isn't offering one. Well, then the other exchange might offer a promo when Bidfi isn't, and vice versa. So it's a great way to just constantly have, opportunities available, if that makes sense. But on top of that, Bidfi currently offers Bitcoin as well as XRP, obviously Bitcoin, as well as XRP and tons of blue chip cryptos, as well as a MoonX exchange, which is basically all, meme coins and stuff like that they listed here. User coins that you can upload to the platform here. They also have a demo account. So that means that if you sign up, they have events too, spotlight events, futures events, hot events. They got lucky spins, assist to earn, mystery boxes here. So if you invite friends, you can win $100 in a cash voucher. Click to go, spin the wheel. It is super cool. Highly recommend you check it out here. But then they also have, if you go over to here, unless they changed it, nope, new user benefits up to $8,100. I think they're still in the process of revising that. But then they also have, where is it? Here's a demo account. So they have a demo trading account, which offers up to $50K in demo money to practice trading your skills. And I always recommend starting off on a demo account because this allows you to pretty much practice trading your skills, get familiar with the platform. Every exchange is different. And then head on over to the live account after you've mastered demo trading. If you've made tons of terrible mistakes and non-profitable trades, maybe you shouldn't be using it. You know what I'm saying? And that's a great way to weed it out without actually risking any of your own money. Now, Solana, moving forward from XRP and Bidfi, Solana looks really good too. In a very similar position here, beautiful rally up, lower high, lower low pattern. We're filling in the gap like we talked about, getting close to breaching major resistance. I mean, we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. We have downtrend and moving average. So a lot of downwards pressure. But if we break through that, guys, big run. Same thing with XRP. Ethereum looks great, seeing the reversal as we speak. We just pull this down a little bit lower, and you can see we're still we could pull down even more. That's tough, though. I'd like to think we're somewhere along the lines of this. Just play it safe, but there's a good chance we could pull this down. That's interesting. Let's see if that even aligns on the daily. Kind of does. That's the crazy part, but we'll play it safe because if we break through this just a little more, we're at 42.50. If we break through 43.70, it's not much further, and that would cause a major rebound. So with us being on moving average, if we breach price ceiling here, huge pump on Ethereum. So start paying attention because this could easily make you guys a lot of money. Same thing with Bitcoin, sending broadening wedge or descending broadening wedge, filling in this gap. We need a confirmed closure above blue band. We could see a very solid rally. Vong's the only one that's actually heading lower. I think now we can officially confirm closure below this uptrend here. I'm sure there's some news that came out, which is why the markets are falling. I don't care. We've drawn where we expect to see markets move to for a very long time, and I do think we need a solid, healthy pullback that will allow us to head up even higher. Same thing with the S&P 500, but if we type in like stock market news, it's probably some negative news today. NASDAQ falls for a second day. Oh, as tech struggles again. Oh, yeah, there you go. So always news coming out why the markets are falling, but this is a necessary evil for us to head up even higher. But with that being said, smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.